We'll be showing you some documents as well. There's no trick questions here. We're just going to get through this, okay?
Over here, right?
Okay.
Michael or Alejandro?
It's you choose.
Oh, yeah, I think they go.
What do I send it?
Okay. Court calls State of Texas versus Michael Gonzalez. This is cause number 2025 CC 001776. Here today for a plea. We're conducting the hearing using the Zoom application. We also are live streaming the proceedings to keep it open to the public. My name is Judge Jefferson Moore. I'm sitting by assignment, County Court at Law number 11 in Bexar County, Texas, and specifically in the jail court. And if I could have the attorneys make appearances, starting with the state of Texas.
Austin Alvord for the state.
Isidro Montoya, Your Honor, for Michael Gonzalez.
Sir, are you the same Michael Gonzalez charged by information with driving while intoxicated first offense, but with a blood alcohol content of 0.15 or higher? Is that you, sir?
Sí, soy yo.
I'm going to use a function of Zoom called share screen. I'm going to show you some documents. The first one is, oh, I should also know, I'm sorry. We're using an interpreter, and our interpreter is Arlene Abrams, and she's been previously sworn. But again, sir, I'm showing you a document. It's called the Defendant's Consent to Plea by Video Conference, and I'm using my cursor to circle around an electronic signature. Is this yours?
Es correcto.
And this document is in English. Did anyone go over this document with you in Spanish?
Sí.
By signing this document, you're telling me two things. One, you understand normally we have to do pleas live in an open court, but you're consenting to do this by video conference. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Sí.
Secondly, your electronic signature here, as well as all of the electronic signatures in the plea packet in front of me, you're telling me that those are valid as if they were personally signed. Did you understand that before you signed this?
Sí.
I approve the consent. Make it a part of the record. Sir, I'm scrolling down to another document. It's in English. It's called the Court's Admonishments. It's 2 pages long. And on page 2 is electronic signature. Is this yours?
Sí.
Let me scroll down to the Spanish version. All right, this is the same document, but it's in Spanish. And are you familiar with this
Okay.
document?
Ahorita que lo vi con abogado, sí.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Sí.
Did you understand it?
Sí.
On page 2 of the Spanish document is an electronic signature. I'm using my cursor to circle around. Is this yours?
Sí.
I'm going to get out of share screen. By signing the court's admonishments, you're telling me that you understand the court's admonishments and that you understand the rights that are contained within it. Is that true?
Cierto.
And that you're going to give up those rights. Is that true?
Cierto.
The rights you're going to give up is you have the right to a trial by jury. You have a right to confront the witnesses against you. You also have the right to remain silent, which includes the right not to incriminate yourself and not plead today. Do you understand that before you sign this?
Sí.
By signing this, you're also telling me you understand the consequences of a plea and the sentencing range for the offense, which is anywhere up to a $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. Did you understand that before you sign this?
Sí.
I approve the waiver. It's contained within the court's admonishments and make it a part of the record. And then state, can you relate to me the plea bargain?
Yes, Your Honor. It is a $0 fine, court costs, 25 days in the Bexar County Jail, credit for time served, time and money to run concurrent, and we ask that the judgment be satisfied.
Counsel, is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Gonzalez, is that your understanding as well?
Sí.
And sir, I'm not bound by the plea bargain. I do not have to follow it. Do you understand that?
Sí.
But if I do follow the plea bargain, then you lose your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Sí.
That's true unless I grant you permission to appeal or unless certain motions were filed and ruled upon. Do you understand that?
Sí, entiendo.
Counsel, any such rulings in this case?
No, Your Honor.
If I do not follow the plea bargain, I will allow you to withdraw the plea and will proceed to trials if this hearing never occurred. Do you understand that?
Sí.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
No.
I have some questions for your attorney. I want you to listen to his answers, then I'll have some questions for you too. Counsel, did you advise the defendant of the consequences of pleading no contest or guilty in the application of federal immigration law?
Your Honor.
Mr. Montoya, I didn't hear you.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Did that advice include possible consequences such as deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States, or the denial of naturalization?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe your client understands the immigration consequences of a plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe your client is entering this plea intelligently, knowingly, and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gonzalez, did you hear what your counsel said?
Sí.
Do you affirm your counsel advised you of the immigration consequences of a plea?
Sí.
Did you understand that advice?
Sí.
Are you entering this plea intelligently, knowingly, and voluntarily?
Sí.
Is the plea you're going to make in this case the truth?
Sí.
And do you make this plea because the plea bargain is both fair and acceptable to you?
Sí.
Do you understand that deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States, or the denial of naturalization under federal law is a possible consequence of this plea?
Sí.
Counsel, do you believe that your client has a factual or rational understanding of the charge pending against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's been able to assist you in the defense?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's mentally competent to waive rights and enter a plea here today?
Yes, Your Honor. He has.
Sir, the offense is listed on your information. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No me opongo.
Do you understand? You can still be found guilty under a no contest plea.
Sí, entiendo.
Other than the plea bargain, did anyone promise you anything in exchange for your plea today?
No.
Did anyone force you or coerce you to plead today?
No.
After going over this case with your attorney, do you believe that pleading here today is in your best interest?
Sí.
I find the plea is freely, intelligently, voluntarily made, that he's mentally competent to enter such a plea, and I find him guilty. Counsel, do we waive the pre-sentence investigation report? Mr. Montoya?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, your screen froze up a little
Yes,
bit. There you
Your
go.
Honor.
All right. Is there any legal reason as to why your client cannot be sentenced today?
No, Your Honor.
Being no legal reason in accordance with
No,
agreement
Your
with the
Honor.
state. In accordance with agreement with the state, I sentence you to 25 days in the Bexar County Jail, give you credit for time served. There is a $0 fine and court costs. Time and the money will run concurrent, and this is judgment satisfied. Sir, this is a plea bargain case. I follow the plea bargain. So you do not have the court's permission to appeal. You do not have the right to appeal. I'm making a certification of this for the record and will provide a copy of the certification to your attorney to provide to you. For the attorneys, is there anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor. No, Your
The
Honor.
matter is concluded. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused, Judge?
Yes, sir.